Hello everyone, I-0386SX, and we have gone and took out the Compaq Prolinea 425S and ran into every problem in the book on the way. See, I bought a new toy from overseas, and you will see that momentarily. And I wanted to use the Prolinea 425S for a very important reason. Go to the back. See anything that is absolutely out of place on this machine? Excuse that. Besides my shoddy camera work. So if you look closely, you notice that there was a flash drive inserted into this computer, despite the fact that the 486 base Prolineas did not have a PCI slot, let alone USB. Well, until a few years ago, there was no such thing as an ISA to USB card. Now we have such things. So, how did I get a hold of such a thing? Well, somebody else in the retro community posted something about finding a ISA to USB card, and naturally I had to get in on the action. Originally, the card was not available for purchase in the United States. The website that it originally had on was not even in English, and even if you try to do the translate to English thing, it still basically wasn't English. And people tried to make accounts in the United States to buy the card, and it was unsuccessful. But I found a couple on eBay, and I just purchased the cheapest one. And the end game here, the driver's kind of stupid, but there is absolutely a DOS driver. It's very easy to install, allegedly. So, first thing is first, is that I have to get the driver from a floppy. And while I am doing that, I think... There we go. So, I need this driver directory. Let's see if we can do a auto adjust here. This is just driving me crazy. Yeah. I think it's vertical is the one we want here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Good enough for jazz. Alright, so we need to copy this driver directory. And I have no idea what that's about, but the graphics card started doing something stupid in this machine too, so I have a feeling that that's going to be part of our problem. Driver 5 CH375. There we go. What the heck? All right. It could be the card itself that's doing this. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so we'll go to edit config.sys. Well, first off, let's make sure that the driver... It does not like that file. Because as soon as I go to list that file, then everything goes south. So let's see if we can get out of that. Yeah, it does not like that driver. See if I can get the English driver. I'm almost certain that's what I copied, though. That's everything looks normal. Well, apparently it's on the root of C. Alright, so we're going to edit config.sys. And everything looks normal so far, so I don't know what to make of whatever's going on here, but hopefully we can last long enough to do this. So, you want to load. To do this, you simply, if you copy this file somewhere else, then you'll want to get the path for that, of course, but yes. Alright, so, and this is all in the README here, so and we'll give it an RQ of 5, and we'll see if that goes. As I'm not sure. We may have to tweak this a little bit. And there we go. So it does say driver for CH375 USB disk 20A. Let's see if we actually can list something. Look at that. Like I said, I'm not sure if this computer's just dying or this driver is weird, but this is the files that you see on that flash drive, so that's pretty nice. Let's see if we can do a copy. CH375 DOS.sys. And there it is. So it's that simple. And this is very interesting. But like I said, I do believe that the computer is having a moment here. See, no problems there. So I want to look at memory here. Ooh, mercy. Yeah, this thing is just not happy. As soon as I put anything in, it just does this stuff. So I'm... who knows? But the nice thing about this driver is you can see it's got a lot of free conventional memory left. So the wonderful thing about this driver is it's only supposed to take 4 kilobytes of memory or of any sort. So it's a low resource, takes up hardly any resources at all. Now, I don't know how fast this is going to be, and I'm probably not going to try and do any crazy benchmarks unless I can resolve the issue that is going on with this particular system. It thinks there's not it's either a memory problem or a video card problem. So maybe we'll do a little bit on-site troubleshooting here. These computers are old, so anything can happen at any time. And I did have this Compaq flash card a lot, so anything could have got touched, zapped. Crammed around, messed with. name it. I'm going to try and reseat some of these, see what happens. That is so odd. Well, while I have this cover off, let me show you what the card is. It's really a small card. It's in there good. This is it. This is what 40 bucks will buy you. And a couple of my viewers in the past have told me that I am too hard on the Chinese. Well, I'm going to definitely tell you that I am not going to be hard on them tonight if that is the case. Not out to offend anybody, but the Chinese absolutely did a good job with this card from what I can tell. Now, if I put this thing in another machine and it starts doing foolish things like this one is doing, then, oh, well, maybe the card is not 100%. But anytime you get into the retro world, that is to be expected. So what I want to do, because this could be a memory problem too, I was pressing that video card just in case that is really causing a legitimate problem. Need something plastic. I don't want to use the metal one unless not that good anyway. And this computer also had an insect infestation when I first got it, so it is very possible that something just happened with that and related to the insects. But we'll pull all these memory modules out just in case there's something like that, because I can't see anything. See a darn thing. There's that. There we go. These memory modules I thought were brand new when I got them, but may not be the case. See, it happens now. See if we get that horrible squawking noise. Well, we get nothing now. Oh yeah, this one doesn't have any onboard memory. And I think you got to install them in pairs. Seems to me that there is something Alright, so let's get a couple memory modules back in here. Let's hope that it's something simple like that. See if it squawks about that. So it's one of two things. The system board is indeed dying, or one of these two memory modules are... Oh, memory error. Well, let's try the other two sticks memory and see what happens. See if we get the same thing with one of them. Plugged in like an idiot, but that's all right. Well, that sucks. And I know you didn't get to see much of anything here, but here's the insides of the system anyway. That just says memory size error, so that's to be expected, but that's going to be sad if I lost this computer. It really is. The only thing that changed was the CF card. Maybe if we pull that out, maybe it'll be happier. Okay. CF card, I pulled the CF card out and it's just fine now. Alright, so let's put the other memory modules back in and let's try that. Since I have it this far, I want to try this on Windows 95. Tell you, if all it was a CF card, I'll be a happy camper. Because I'll admit that was a little bit of a scary moment. Oh, this last one's a bear. Alright, I'm going to put in a known working CF card into this machine, and let's see what happens. This CF card has Windows 95 on it, so we're going to see how this goes. And we won't... Oh. Uh-oh. Not plugged in. No squawking. And take my word for it, it is booting up now, so we'll put this back in. I don't get it, because those blue CF cards from SanDisk usually are pretty good, but maybe that's a counterfeit or something that I just got my hands on. And you know what? I've already made a mistake here. I gotta put the card back in. Alright, let's put the card back in. And I was not expecting this to be a 30-minute video, but you'll have that. Alright, so we got that together. We got our cover back on. We got our flash drive in. All 128 megabytes of glory. Now watch it do that little horrible beep beep thing again. And stupid thing. Oh, good. Now, do bear in mind, I was trying to play with this before and got some weird issues, so there's a small bit of tweaking I may have to do yet. You'll see that shortly. It'll say I/O data error, so I do have to tweak my config.sys, and it may work. But the machine isn't doing any stupid stuff now. Alright, so back to my... I guess we can notepad it, whatever. There we go. See, you don't even have the device hide, you just got a new device. That's what's kind of nice about this. So, these are the settings I had in there earlier. Now, because I am using Windows, I'm not entirely sure if I have to get creative with the RQs, but we're going to see. Gonna do it. Yeah. Advanced? No. That does not give me a place to set RQs. Do you? That doesn't have any. Okay. Oh, we'll find something suited in later. There we go. We got a lot of COM ports on this bad boy. Oh, here we go. And let's see if we can change settings. This resource, of course not, because that would be too darn easy now, wouldn't it? And that doesn't have any. Well, we're just going to go ahead and try it. I am working off the seat of my pants right now on this one. This is the first version of Windows 95. It's not OSR 2 or OSR 2.5. While that is booting, this is what the driver disc that came with. It's just a little old burned disc, has a picture of a panda on it. Absolutely nothing special whatsoever. And I have a feeling there's still something abnormal about the video card on this thing, but it came to Windows, so we'll see what happens. A new DOS driver may decrease your system. No. There it is. That simple. And look at that. We have a file that we can say bye-bye to. This is 44 megabytes on this particular flash drive. So I wonder if we can... We'll copy this. We'll copy sticks. $15 meg file. I'm not expecting any miracles whatsoever. And I'd be really surprised if this is even USB 1.1 speeds at all. I would be really surprised if it was that. This is still going along just fine. Still going along, so we're at megabyte number 7. Not too bad at all. Not bad at all. And I'm not getting any goofy. Maybe we'll do a reboot DOS mode and see what it does. But it looks like it is handling this file just fine. Even in Windows. But there is a README. If my CD drive went to broke apart on me, I could show you the README right on this computer, but I did. But oh well. But you gotta read that README real close. Or otherwise you'll get weird errors like I did. And one word to note, I will show you that with the magic of video editing in the not too distant future, but we'll insert this disk into a modern system and I will show you exactly what you will get. This is actually going pretty good. And the flash drive I have in here, it's a PNY 128 megabytes. It is a USB 2.0 flash drive, but this is definitely not going to be USB 2.0 speed, so. Very slow. But there you go. You have your file. I can't actually open it, so I don't have a PNG viewer on this machine, and I think it would croak even if I did. Let's see if we can copy this. Wait, what are you? I'll try to run you. It's a Windows Vista driver of some sort. But it extracted it without issue, so huge success. And it was really easy, so all you had to do, you had to edit your config.sys file. And on this machine, there wasn't one when we started. Trust me on that. Oh, I do have the drive. I did do everything on here. Okay, perfect, so I can show you that. When you load the CD from the company, do it in a modern machine, because DOS and Windows 95 will puke out on you. It's the root folder is in Chinese or Japanese, unless you understand Chinese. The operating system doesn't. And you'll want to go to this ISA USB EN. And there's some extra stuff on here as I was trying to get the darn thing to extract, and it didn't work. Oh, I want to show you something that's kind of stupid. Notice something? DRV setup 64. Now, if you know a computer that has ISA slots that is capable of running a 64-bit operating system, please tell me about it. I want to know. So I thought ISA slots were pretty much done in the Pentium 3 world, but yeah, you never know. Maybe there's something that's out there. But the DOS driver and description folder, that's what you want to look at. Because this will tell you, it gives you a little commercial first. That's cool. And we'll word wrap this just for giggles. There we go. And I went all the way down. See, there's all sorts of stuff you can do with it. It's crazy detailed. So I give props on this one. I went all the way down towards the bottom with this example, and literally what I just did, I just copied this one. I know it's under the 8086 low speed industrial computer inquiry mode, and this command that it did, it's the IO base address of 260H and an IRQ5. So if you find that this doesn't work on your machine, you can tweak this around. Just read this README if you're having any problems. On this one, on a 486 base Compaq with a base version of Windows 95 and DOS, this works great. And we'll say no. And to prove to you, I don't know if I did this, but that's all that's in here. Now I'm not even sure if this last drive equals Z is necessary, but it's that simple. It does not get much simpler than that. Man, this thing is just not happy. Oh, there we go. Maybe just did a whole... I wonder if I just did a regular restart on this. I did not intend on doing that, but that's probably what I did. And this, for the purposes of this video, this is as far as I'm going to go with it. The only reason why I bought this card was to see if we could get a USB flash drive to copy, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Restart computer in DOS mode. You supposedly can even boot off this card. I don't want to go into that with this Compaq because these things are finicky as enough as it is. I do have a Pentium-based, I have a Megatronic system here that's generic, and I could probably boot off this card if I really want to. But I'm not going to do that because I frankly don't care. This card, as it is right now, does satisfy my requirements for moving files, and it does make it a little bit easier in terms of moving files on these older systems. So that's really nice. I will, at one point, I'll even try to put this in my LTE light docking station and see if anything will work on that at all. I imagine that it probably will, but I don't assume anything with that, because if you want to know finicky hardware, that LTE light docking station is the very definition of it. But in conclusion, I know the English majors are going to come after me for that. I will show you exactly what I purchased, provided I don't give away too much information. Alright, here we go. So, we're going to do this the low-tech way. An ISA to USB industrial interface adapter that I bought mine for $36.41. Bought it on March 24th. I got it yesterday, which was April 8th. So it took about 2 weeks to get here. Really not a bad deal. Guess I could have done that, but that's what you got. And there is a 30-day guarantee. Returns are accepted within 30 days, but on this particular listing, you would have to pay the shipping. Now, if you're in Europe or Australia, I'm not sure how long this card will actually take to get to you, but if you need ISA to USB, you're going to be getting it from China. There is no way around that unless somebody wants to start buying a few up and selling around here. Now, that's just the way it goes, but this is a really nice card. I just wish I had a bracket to go with it. I know some of the retro community, they're trying to 3D print brackets for these USB cards. We'll see how that turns out, and maybe by the time I put this in my LTE light docking station or something else. Might have something to try as well, so. But card does what it's exactly supposed to do, so I'm satisfied with it. If you have any questions or comments or constructive criticism, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. And I apologize if this turned into a 36-minute madness, partially in thanks to a bum CF card. But, you know, old technology, you'll have that. So, thank you for watching, as always.